Before he left, I had the father and son talk with him. I explained some of the mistakes I had made at his age and that he should watch out for. I must have communicated it poorly because he seemed to take it as a to-do list. Good evening. First of all, since I wrote this a few days ago, a couple of things have changed. I was told to shorten it, so all mention of golf has been deleted. After all, golf isn't everything. When I wrote it, I thought I would be delivering a speech full of insights and personal feelings that probably only a parent could have. Then I heard all of the speeches at the rehearsal dinner and all of the speeches tonight, and I thought, man, these people have him pegged. However, I spent a long time writing it, so you're all going to listen to it. Colleen and I decided that it might be best for me to speak for the two of us where Griffin is concerned. Colleen feared she might get misty-eyed when describing the pride and joy that Griffin brought to our lives. I feared she might strangle him if the story of his first day at Western came up. While Griffin might say that his superpower is his athletic ability, I would disagree. No, Griffin's superpower is his innate ability to connect with people and develop friendships, which, when you think about, is a remarkable gift. I've always been struck by how often, when telling some story or another, Griffin refers to the people involved as my friend this and my friend that. And he meant it. People that I've never heard of. And he meant it. It started at an early age. When we used to walk around the mall with Griffin in his stroller, he would make eye contact and smile at random people, and they would stop and smile, frequently commenting to us on what a little charmer he was. At daycare, the staff told us regularly that he was friends with every other kid in the group at 2 years old. It helped that he was, in his, naturally outgoing and empathetic. Those are traits that have served him well. He was appointed or elected captain of his junior program at Summerlee or his hockey and soccer teams, not because he was the best player, as he would have you believe, but because he saw everyone on the team as equal and worthy of being included. 1 month into his first year at Loyola High School, his first homeroom teacher, Eric Vanny, told Colleen and I that he expected that in his graduating year, Griffin would be chosen for the school's honor society, the Maroon and White. The basis for being selected is to exemplify the school and Jesuit motto, a man for others. Having attended Loyola myself in a prior century, I knew that it was a big deal, and we were incredibly proud when 4 years later he was selected for the Maroon and White. And no, I was not in the Maroon and White. In 1975, they were all nerds. After Loyola, Griffin went on to one unhappy year at a CEGEP where academics were more important than social life. And then he transferred to another school that had priorities more closely aligned with his. He then spent 1 year at the John Molson School of Business at Concordia before transferring to Western. Very little is known about his time at Western. Before he left, I had the father and son talk with him. I explained some of the mistakes I had made at his age and that he should watch out for. I must have communicated it poorly because he seemed to take it as a to-do list. Our first glimpse of his new college life was a picture of him on the roof of the house he was renting with 5 friends, pouring beer down a funnel into some person down below. Well, at least he hadn't joined a fraternity. No, wait, he did that too. All we really learned about his academic career at Western is that C's get degrees. I swear that will be on his headstone. So with a generic administration degree and mediocre grades, two things we have in common. Griffin set off to conquer the world, but he was armed with that personality and a gift of gab that would make his Irish ancestors proud. There was the time that his Toronto cousins invited him to a house party, and after having lost track of him for a while, found him in the kitchen where he had convinced a whole room of complete strangers that he was the British cousin from Liverpool, accent and all. Those skills got him his first real job, for which he had no obvious qualifications. After a single interview with the CEO, equally impressive, he still works there. This is a guy who could refer to himself as a solution engineer with a straight face. God bless BioConnect. Okay, so time to get serious a little. Colleen and I have always been incredibly proud of Griffin and his sister Cassidy. Though they are different in many ways, Cassidy would want me to be crystal clear on that. They're both smart, funny, and have made successful lives and careers for themselves, and they're surrounded by people who love them. Colleen and I have been truly blessed. And now we get to add one more blessing. We joke about Griffin's time at Western, but the fact is, without it, he would not have met the love of his life, Lindsay, and we could not be happier. And that was before we found out you like trashy reality TV shows. So if you'll permit me, like everyone else, we found Lindsay to be much like Griffin, smart, independent, confident, outgoing, and empathetic. If Colleen and I can take credit for Griffin and Cassidy, and we do, then Steve and Mary should certainly take a bow for Lindsay and Allie. I honestly believe that a long, successful marriage is a partnership of equals. It isn't always easy, but it's worth the effort. So I will say to my only son, on the day of his wedding, in front of family and friends, that with work and dedication in time, you could become Lindsay's equal.